week later, how to make 100,000 just by sending me 4,000 and I'll show you how to make money on the internet. That doesn't have too much of effect, but it starts impregnating the neurons. Boom, 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 at a subconscious level. 4 weeks later, do you want money flooding in overnight? Do no work, just put up a website, the money's going to come flooding in. And the truth is, by the time you've seen a number of these different things, you begin to believe, under the state of hypnosis, that making money on the internet is just so easy, And I'm here to tell you, making money on the internet is like any other business. You've got to do it, you've got to understand it, you've got to work the pants off it, and you've got to make it happen. Okay? Case in point, I went down to somewhere on the southeast coast, Bournemouth, somewhere like that. Lovely, I won't mention the name, lovely name by the name of a woman by the name of Sarah. She's up on the 3rd floor of her apartment block, sitting in her flat, little tears coming out of her eyes. I said, Sarah, what's the matter? She said, well, I've been here a year, sitting in front of my computer, trying to make money out of internet marketing. How much have you made? Nothing. She says, I can't understand it because I did a course, cost me 4 grand, nothing happened. Then she said, a few weeks later, a better, more high-powered course came along, 4 grand, and I did that one as well. And the truth was, I had to squeeze this out of it, but people do open up to me. She said, and then I did the coup de grace, 5 grand, and now she says, I've done all my money. And the truth is, little tears coming down, she says, I don't really understand what's going on here. And she'd hardly been there a year, but hardly got a site up, hardly getting any hits, hadn't sold any products, little tears coming down. I said, Sarah, I said, one of my great expressions in life is do something you can do. Do something you can do. And the truth is, I don't think, no matter how much you spend on these internet marketing courses, you haven't got the aptitude to be an internet marketer, no matter what you're hypnotised. And I'm trying to snap you out of this. I said, do you want to make some money? She said, absolutely. I said, well, get yourself on the street level, right, which is not up here, 3rd floor up, doing work on your computer. Get yourself at street level and do something that you can do. What do you suggest? I said, I don't know. I said, you're a lovely girl, beautiful personality, big smile, you're very personable. Get out, knocking on doors, being a rep, selling something, making a load of money. So what do you think she did?
Studied on the internet.
She stopped that week. Right. And within 3 months she had made more money by knocking on doors as a rep, but selling whatever it was, made a big load of money. Cash flow was coming in. Now, this was a year or 2 back, but then I got a call from her, Ron, I just wanted to thank you because I've got my dogs now, we got money coming in, She said, I can't believe how good I am selling at street level, I'm putting in orders, everything was tickety-boo, got a new boyfriend, that probably helped, you know. you hear what I'm saying? Stopped, and I'm not saying internet marketing's wrong for everybody. My job is to help you create multiple streams of income. And if you're going to do it on the internet, fantastic, right? But it might not be for you. My suggestion is, if you're going to try and make money out of the internet, you do need to have some aptitude. You do need to know how to send an email. You do need to know your way around the internet. You do need to know a little bit of what is going on. So wake up, if you are in a state of hypnosis, wake up to that and then say, well, if I am in it, what is it that I've got to do? Maybe I've got to get some capital behind me. Maybe I've got to get some people who can help me. Maybe I've got to get some IT people who can write code, send emails, put up websites, drive traffic, do all of the things that I can't do. I'm one of those people, right? I've got a number of successful businesses on the internet. I can't write code. I can hardly write an email. I'm dyslexic. I've got a guy, and hopefully Jatinder's going to talk to you later on, I've got a guy who does all of that for me, right? But I can't do it myself. I do something that I can do, right? And I stick to what I can do. I don't try to do what I can't do, okay? So just out of interest, I was talking to somebody over lunch, and he said, tell me the story how I made £400,000 in a day on the internet. And I said, oh, I don't want to tell you that over lunch. I said, I'll tell it to you this afternoon, because it's an interesting little story. So I've been involved in the internet since it started in the UK, and I was the first company in the UK to raise 7-figure money for an internet company. I'll show you that in a minute. But when the internet started, obviously it's going in America, and the circles that I was knocking around in, people would say, this is what's happening in America, internet, da 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 da. So I thought, the very least that I can do is get a holding page up on the internet, and it really was a holding page. One page, no website, no flash, no nothing. Just a holding page with my name, address, I don't think it was my phone number, my name and address, and a pager number. Do you remember the pages?
Yeah,
yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. So I got my website up, and I was quite proud of that. I didn't know what would come out of it. One day, beep, 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 beep. What's this nonsense? Phone Muna Pabari, urgent. Crap, you know. Carried on with my work, da 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 da. Week later, beep, 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 beep. You haven't phoned Muna Pabari, urgent. Phone Muna Pabari. I'll ignore that, you know. Carried on with my work. Another week went by. Beep, 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 beep. Muna Pabari here. Really need to talk to you urgently. Oh, what is this? So I thought I'd give him a call. His phone number was there. Phoned him up and I said, look, let's get straight to the nitty gritty. Went for the juggler. What are you trying to sell me? Is it a fax machine, a photocopier? Just tell me right out what you're trying to sell me. No. He says, my name's Muna Pabari. He said, I don't want to sell you anything. He said, I read one of your books, and he says, quite frankly, it blew me away. And he says, I've tracked you down on the internet. What? Tracked me down on the internet? I didn't even know I was on the internet. And I thought, bloody, I'll put a holding page up there. He said, I was just wondering if there's anything we could do together. And I was going to say, nothing at all. But I told you, when I get a little eureka, it's this little voice. It really is a little voice that goes off in the back of my brain. And this little voice went, success comes in the back door. So I immediately says to him, I said, when can you come and see me for a cup of coffee? So I had a big office up there on Chancery Lane, 3,000 square feet, big boardroom. He came in, Muna Pabari. I said, sit down, have a cup of coffee. And he said, I just wanted to meet you, I read your book, lovely. He said, how can we do business together? I said, I don't know anything about you. Da, da, da. I said, how about I tell you all the businesses I'm involved in, this is what I do, boom, 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 boom. And I said, if there's anything there that you think you can help with or be of assistance to, fantastic. So off he went, and what do you think I thought? I had a thought in my brain. What do you think I thought? Never see him again. That's exactly what I thought. I've had a cup of coffee, I've wasted like an hour and a half, never see him again. I honestly did believe that, okay? So, a few weeks later, no more than 3, he phoned up again. This time, not on the page, on the phone. Muna Pabari here. He said, you know that business that you were telling me about? He said, I've got a guy who I think might like to invest in that. In actual fact, he wants a meeting with you. So what do you think I said? I said, not only can we have a meeting, I said, tell him I'll take him to dinner at the Connaught. So I met this guy, Charles, Muna came along, and we had a meeting, and this guy said, love the business, da 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 da, and what do you think the outcome was? 400 grand investment. Now that came directly from the internet, so a lovely little success on the internet. But again, I got into action, put up the holding page, and I did it. But that's how I made 400 grand in a day on the internet. So I'm not one of these internet marketing. We've got real professionals in here that are pulling in that kind of money regularly. But this was my little success story. But then, as we started to get more and more into the internet and find out about it, my partners and I decided we'd really have a kind of go at the internet, because it really was the flavour of the month. And we put together a proper prospectus and a proper business plan. Funnily enough, Coopers and Lybrand, I'll just flick you through this. Coopers and Lybrand took a look at this business plan, and I don't know if you can see some of the stuff that's in there, but they took one look at it and they said, that is the best business plan we've ever seen. And as you can see, all printed with graphs and images and all of that kind of stuff, right? They loved it. And we raised 7 million quid on the back of that, way before anybody else. So long before lastminute.com, da da da. But in actual fact, too early, right? But again, let me show you the magic. Do you think those people who put the money in just believed Ron, Holland and the internet? You can see internet all over the front cover before anybody else had heard it. But let me just show you the people who were involved, right? And the money followed the team. not just me. So I was the chairman of the company, but we had on board a guy by the name of Alan Bates. Bell Cable Media, just floated Bell Cable Media on NASDAQ for $1 billion, right? So he's on there. Tom Lawrence, ex-vice president of Apple Computers Europe, 500 million sales, right? So some real heavyweight guy. Finance guy, Michael Mills, chief financial director of Bayer Pharmaceuticals. Ever heard of them? Real heavy. So Bruce Snyder, my partner, still a partner of mine. He's retired now, really. He's quite a bit older than me, but he's been my partner for 25 years. Right? Bruce Snyder floated Applied Holographics. So you know you've got holograms on your credit card. Bruce founded that company. So he is a scientist, physicist, mathematician, made the machine that made the production of holograms in mass production. Then he floated Microgen. So and then myself. So when we went out for the money, it wasn't just me. Will people give Ron Holland that money? It was the team. So the major point I'm making here today, if you're trying to get multiple streams of income, raising money on your business, is putting that team together. Right? A crucial bit of what we're doing.
Changed for 18 years. We've all changed. I've known Ron for 18 years, and I didn't see you for probably about 6 years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I've seen him, and he hasn't changed one day in the last 18 days. So there must be a secret in that.
And there is. And I'm an illegal alien. I just want to share some things with you. So this is about mind power. How many people would like the energy that I've got? Yeah? Now, do you think tomorrow, when whoever meets me tomorrow, I'm going to be like, what am I going to be like tomorrow? Exactly the same. Yeah. Who's known me? Well, Kevin's known me the longest, probably. But I'm like this all the time, right? Because of what? Because of certain programs that I put in my book. And I'm telling you this detail because this is the stuff that happens at the boot camp, and we go into detail. Now, how many of you would like to go into the office on a Saturday morning in a foreign country where people around you are not making any money and you're the Englishman, they're all American, and you go in there with the, what was the word? Intention to come home with a paycheck on a go-in Saturday morning. I knew I'd come home with some money. I don't know how. I had the intention. I wasn't going to go home empty-handed, right? $3,400. How many of you would like the ability to do that? How many of you, and this is just a stupid thing, but I do it, how many people would like the ability to walk across a bed of red hot coals in their bare feet? None of you?
Done it. Done it.
Quite a few. Done it. Right? So maybe at the boot camp, and we do this quite a bit, we set up a bed of red hot coals, and I'll show you how to, and it's no big shakes. We put the deer, and it's quite important because I think a lot of people have got the fire walk wrong, because a lot of fire walks, when the people have walked across the red hot coals, they look at the red hot coals and they shout out, and this is where I think they've gone wrong, if I can walk across red hot coals, I can do anything. And I think that's the wrong program. We don't get people to say that. We say, when you've walked across the red hot coals in your bare feet, you shout at the red hot fire, if I can walk across red hot coals, I can program my mind to do anything. The fact that you've walked across red hot coals means you can walk across red hot coals. Don't mean you can go into the office and pick up a cheque for 30 or make $1 million. It doesn't. It just means you can walk across red hot coals. It's no good. And these people really believe it. I can walk across. I can do anything, and they go away. And the next day, Monday morning, I can't do anything. Right? Does this make sense? You start putting some programs in here of specific things, and so that's why the firewall is important. And when we did the firework on the Australian TV, I forget the guy's name now. What was his name? The top. Who?
Martin.
Martin what?
No, his second name was Martin.
Oh, yeah. Whatever it was. Anyway, it was the top viewer in daytime TV in Australia. And I said, yeah, you think it's good that I've walked across the red hot coals. I'm going to give you a program right now so you can take off your shoes and walk across with me. Instantaneously, I told him what the program was, and like an idiot, he took his shoes off and he walked across the red hot coals. What an idiot. Fancy believing me. And he did it. Then, his right-hand man, or a cameraman, or whatever it was, he thought, blimey, they're all stealing the limelight, and suddenly there's the three of us walking across the red hot coals with the program I gave them. Bang, instantaneous. And the trouble was, I mean, these were red hot coals in a studio setting, and of course the big spotlights on there, you couldn't see that they were really red hot, but they were. So I got a glass of water and I said, just in case you don't really think these, I just went bang, and the steam, it just went woof like that, and that was a real impact. That's what Tony likes, the visual impact. Was that exciting or what? So again, let's have a show of hands. How many of you people now would like to walk across the red hot coals? Everybody, right, okay. How many people would like the programme that I gave Andy Hunt, right? He came to me, wanted me to raise him £3 million. You haven't forgotten that, have you? And I didn't raise him a single penny. I said, we'll do it with mind power, cost-effective marketing. And you've seen his testimonial. Ron held my hand till I first got the first million in the bank. I am now a multi-millionaire with homes all over the world. How many of you would like that programme?
Yep.
Yep. So that's the kind of stuff that we do at the boot camp. And today has been a very, very fast kind of moving day for a reason, because we wanted to give you tons and tons of stuff. The Mind Power workshop, the boot camp, is a bit of a slower pace because we do a lot of silence and stillness and solitude, a lot of meditation, we make up some tapes, we alter our state of consciousness, we walk across red hot coals. This is an unbelievable, mind-blowing weekend. And right, what we're saying today, 50 quid deposit will knock 1,000 quid off the price, right? Is that powerful or what? So we're saying to you, you've got some applications there if you want to do it, and you want to come for 900, how much is it? 997 instead of 1,900. Just give us the deposit today. You're on board for 2 months' time. You've got 8 weeks. Join us. So it is all about getting programs in. And believe you me, I didn't have this energy, I didn't have this enthusiasm, I didn't have these abilities before I put those programs in. I promise you that. I've programmed my mind in a certain way, and I'll be sharing that with you. Okay, is that a fair comment? Okay. We are going to wind up now. Normally I take questions from the floor, but I think today we're going to wind up. I'm going to be over here sipping my cup of tea or whatever I've got to drink. Don't rush away, I'm not in any hurry. Come and have a chat to me. Come and, if you're interested in the mentoring, talk to me about that. Let's get some dates in the diary. Look forward to seeing you next time. Love to see you at the boot camp, and let's do some stuff together. Love you to be one of my mentoring clients so we can work the magic together. So I just want to say a big thank you, Ron Holland, warm thank you for being here today. Been a lot of pleasure talking to you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.